Hey guys, Coach Ed Haynes here to bring you our pacing strategy tips for Open Workout 17.2. Thanks to those of you who tuned in last week. I hope you found it very helpful. I will try and condense it a little bit this week so I'm not blabbering on for quite so long. Initial thoughts, dumbbells again. I think that caught everyone off guard. But I mean, our sport is crazy, so we can't really comment too much on that. There's a lot of bar muscle ups. Nothing heavy again. And as most people probably figured out straight away, bar muscle ups are to be the biggest separator between whether you do the RX division or the RX workout, or the scaled workout. Next thing is, the reason we're putting this video out is to give you guys recommendations to help you plan a better strategy and hopefully get a better score. With that said, a lot of people watched the video last week and it seemed apparent that no one listened to our recommendations on pacing. We have done the workout ourselves. We've obviously analysed the pros doing it this morning, as well as seen a whole ton of athletes do it in the gym. So we have seen from everything from the elite to the beginner. So trust us, I think we know what we're talking about. Listen, ask questions tomorrow or whenever you're doing it, speak to your coaches. Reminder to look after your body. 17.1 was a real big reminder for that. It was a very brutal workout on the lower back, and I think everyone felt it for days, and I think social media made that pretty obvious to the entire world. But it is really important. Not so many, I don't think there'll be as much residual fatigue or delayed onset muscle soreness in this workout, but hand management is going to be really important. We'll talk about that a little bit later. This is going to be a very different workout depending on how advanced or how beginner you are in the workout. For those of you that will be getting to bar muscle ups and going deep through that, it's going to feel very, very different to those who perhaps don't have efficient muscle ups and toes to bar. Limitations. We'll start with the elite. When I talk about the elite, pretty much talking about anyone who's going to probably get into that second set of bar muscle ups or even finish it and start their fifth round. Bar muscle ups are going to be the separator. Carrie Pierce and the two elite girls this morning, she was really very, very consistent in her two splits. I think she was kind of like 1:35 seconds for both her pieces, whereas the other girl had a huge drop off. So all that you need to know with that is don't focus on the other parts of the workout too much if you know you're going to get there, because it's going to come down to who can continually chip away their bar muscle ups, not missing reps and not resting a whole amount of time. That's going to separate people on the leaderboard. For the non-elite, toes to bar and obviously bar muscle up ability is going to be the limiter for you guys. I think everyone is going to get through the lunges some way or another. Everyone's going to get through the power cleans. Some people will be able to get through kind of like hitting away at singles or like monkey swings, we call them, with their toes to bar. Some people just aren't going to have the strength at all to get a toes to bar, in which case the scale division is going to be much better. Just really quick on that, anyone who's doing the workout at CSTL tomorrow and who would like to do the scaled workout but still can't do a pull-up, your score will stop once you finish your knee raises. We will sub your pull-ups for a ring row variation, so you'll still get a really good workout. So don't let the workout put you off. We still want you guys coming in and going out those first 2 rounds as hard as you can. You're definitely going to feel things like leg strength and leg endurance with the lunges. You're going to feel your lower back a little bit in those power cleans. And breathing will all be factors to consider, but none of them are going to be a limiting factor, it's going to actually stop you or halt you from moving on. With that said, those who go deeper in this workout, grip will definitely be a limiting factor. Watching the elite guys go this morning, you could see really quick getting in the second round, they were just stretching out their forearms, shaking their hands out already. So as early on as those toes to bar, you're going to start to feel your grip. Okay, going on to pacing strategies now. Remember, take all of these recommendations with a pinch of salt. You have to apply them to your own ability level and where you think you excel or where you struggle, and then speak to your coach or coaches about probably what a good strategy for you would be. First things first, reminder that power cleans are the tie break. There wasn't a tie break in workouts 17.1. It's going to be very important this time. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to get to the bar muscle ups and not going to be able to get one. So there's going to be a lot of people on the leaderboard with the same score. It's going to come down to who finishes that set of power cleans faster. So that's really important to remember. And the same goes for elite, always when there's a tie break in there. On the lunges, just some kind of like technical things to think about. Highly recommend stepping through the lunge. So as you step, make sure you move straight into the next rep versus bringing your feet together. With that said, the movement standard is that you must reach full extension. So you've got to kind of play around with those little things in your warm-up and work out what's going to be best for you. But really with those lunges, we should be really consistent over the 50 foot, which will be broken into 25 foot and 25 foot. You should be really hitting the same number of steps every single time. So in your warm-up, if you have that space, go through that. And rather than thinking about distance, try thinking about really accurate foot placing and think of it, guys and girls my height will be hitting at about 8 steps. Shorter people, 9 to 10. Taller people, maybe 6 to 7. Because grip is going to be a big limiter, especially for those of you who are going to get into the bar muscle ups. When we're fresh, we have a tendency to squeeze the hell out of whatever we're holding. So things like the dumbbells and the toes to bar, if you can, try and loosen your grip a little bit more. The harder you squeeze, the more tension to the forearms and biceps. Just use it when you need to, because you're going to need as much grip endurance and strength later on in the workout.